Hi, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a Marist College sophomore. I am in the LD program, which stands for Learning Disabled Program. I am a hard worker, and my mission in life is to become a school social worker. Touching on the Marist College program, I have a 3-1, which is very good for a student with disabilities because I have to work harder. If you were looking at any of my papers, if you look at it but first before I type it, it's full of errors. I have to work harder than any person else because I have to use these programs to get rid of all my errors. That shows that I'm a hard worker because I'm willing to use programs like Read and Write Gold and Grammarly and then go to the Writing Center. I will work hard in anything I do. There's nothing that I do not put 100% effort into. And going back to my mission is this because I've always had to deal with these issues. Coming from second grade, I had to go to a whole new school with kids with learning disabilities. I went from third grade to 12th grade at a school called the Craig School. The Craig School is a school for kids with learning disabilities, like myself, where I learned Orton Gillingham approach, where it takes breaking down reading into sounds. Once I graduated from the Orton Gillingham approach, I had to learn how to use these services that I now use today, like Read and Write Gold and Grammarly. And now that I've gone through that mission, I want to get through other people. I want to get people through that as well. And I know it's stressful because you're not going to be like the normal kids. You're not going to get your papers done in an hour. You can't procrastinate. You have to work hard. And having someone with a disability guiding you is what I want. And that's why I want to use this community outreach program. I really, really want to find people like myself to help people like me as a little kid.
So, why should I hire you?
Well, I am the hardest working individual you ever meet. I'm willing to do anything to help out people. As I said earlier with my essays and in work, I'm also like this. I had the hardest group at my camp, Camp Yahad. I had 21 kids when the average group was 10. They knew this because I'm a hard worker, and they varied in skills. Some kids had autism, and some kids were normally developing. So they knew they had to have a hard worker who was not willing to take any breaks, just working hard with every kid to improve their skills, such as social skills. And I love kids. Um, these kids need to have leaders who don't have disabilities so they can learn how to be social. I mean, being social is hard for a normally developing kid, but it's twice as hard for someone with disabilities. And having people get you outside the box, like myself, is really helpful. I can give you an example with me and my 6-year-old buddy Jonah. He has autism, and he was so shy. He wouldn't even talk in front of a group. Pairing him with me was one of the greatest examples of this. I am a silly, outgoing person. I will go up and do anything. I will go in the water with my clothes. I'll get pied. I'll do anything. I even went up and belly danced. And you know what? At the end of the year, he went up and belly danced with me, which made me so proud.
What are 3 positive things that your last boss would say about you?
I'm great with children. As I showed earlier, with kids with disabilities, they love me because I'm like a big little kid. I love cars. I love Frozen. I love doing everything the kids like to do, and they're very happy about that because they can talk to their heroes about that. They look up to me, and they think this is normal, which is great because you want them to be into Frozen and Cars and Monsters University and be ignorant towards the hip hop culture, which is great if they find a leader like me. And I'm very passionate at what I do. I don't do anything unless I do it 100%. You need to do everything 100% to be a great leader, and I feel like I'm a great leader for people with disabilities. As I said earlier, it's really hard to be disabled. And if you're disabled, you need to work 100% at anything you do to be even with others. So my passion will rub off on other people, and I'm willing to do anything and everything to get the job done.
How would you define success?
I define success as growth. If you grow in what you do, it's a success because it's not about the end result, getting an A, B, or C. It's about how much you improve. That's why we go to class. We go to class to learn. And I really want people to learn from me in this community outreach program. And I would define it as a success, even if they improve any little bit in social awareness. So you don't need to be 10 times greater. All you need to do is improve one step, and that's a success to me.
Great. Well, thank you so much.